Okay, thank you very much, Vic, and thank you for the invitation. I'm really happy to be back in San Diego.
Where are you located right now, pal?
Right now, 4 o'clock in the morning in Indonesia, and I'm been based in Indonesia and Philippines the last couple of years, and been traveling the world, as you said, for the last 10, 12 years, and I've done more than 100 countries to look at different solutions on waste management and doing cleanups. And I'm always impressed when it comes to California because you are doing so many good stuff over there, and really sorry that I can't travel there now, but that's the way it is. I'm director now for the Let's Do It World for Oceania, which is all the island in the Pacific and Australia, New Zealand, and we are an organization who started in Estonia, and we are doing cleanups all over the world, and I will talk a little bit about that now. And this is how it started 13 years ago. Few people were sitting in a cafe in Estonia and say, we need to do something about our country. It looks terrible, you know, it's waste everywhere and so on. So they decided to do something, and one guy, he stand up and say, okay, let's do it. And that was the name of the organization. And now they have done cleanups for 13 years and also engaged a lot of countries and people all over the world. More than 160 countries actually for the moment. And then 2018, we decided we need to do something more worldwide. So we decided to create the World Cleanup Day. And the first year, 2018, we connected with 157 countries and had almost 18 million people participating. The goal was 5% of the world's population, which is 350 million people. So there is, we have something to work on. And then 2019, we increased to 21 million, and this year, or last year, 2020, we managed to engage 11 million people in this world cleanup. And this year, it will come again in September. So we are working in this huge network, and we have participants all over the world almost, and they are active not only for the World Cleanup Day, which is more like an umbrella for the cleanups we are doing, but we are doing a lot of other things also throughout the years. This year, of course, because of the pandemic, everything was focused on more not the big group cleanups, it was more individual cleanups doing, but usually we have huge cleanups with thousands of people throughout the world. And we also launched different campaigns. This year we had the cigarette butt campaign, which was a huge campaign. As you all know, cigarette butts is really a drag for the environment, and people don't really know that they are as toxic as they are and so bad for nature. And we also had a plastic bottle campaign, and the trash blindness campaign means, especially in these countries where people are living almost in dumps more or less, so they just throw the waste outside their own house and so on, like they do here in Indonesia and many small villages, and in the Philippines where I have big experience from. So people are living actually in more or less in a dump, and when you talk to them about it, they say, no, what's wrong with this and so on. But that's what we say, we need to cure the trash blindness, and then we do a cleanup, and hopefully we get them cured a little bit. And we also introduced 2020 something we call the digital cleanup, which I will come back to. Just a few pictures from throughout the world. We collected this year 43,000 tons, and it was average of about almost 4 kilos per person. And how I entered this movement was actually 2012 in Rio 20 Plus in Brazil, because I saw they were doing all these cleanups all the time, and then they just left the bins, you know, and somebody come and pick it up. So I said, you need to start sorting the stuff also and educate people about it a little bit. it. So that's how the zero waste movement came into this organization also. And now we have written a big plan for the whole world, which is called Keep It Clean Plan, where Richard Anthony and many other people from the zero waste movement were participating when we did this one. Keep It Clean Plan, which you can find on our webpage. So this year the cigarette campaign was the theme of the whole World Cleanup Day. And we also been participating and making brand audits throughout the world together with Break Free from Plastic. Brand audit is something really good to participate in once or twice, because it really brings awareness to people of what it looks like, where the waste come from, and so on. Especially here in Indonesia, which is like a hub from all the countries in Southeast Asia because of the currents, you know. So into the beaches in Indonesia, there are coming waste from the whole Southeast Asia and the whole Asia also, and we can have really like plastic tsunamis coming onto the beach. It looks terrible. You have to walk in meters of these waves coming in. Just a picture from what it looks like on beaches. You all know this. And this is some figures from the cleanup we had this year. And just a few notes, you know, since we were all over the world, it was like in Kuwait, 45 plus degrees, and in Canada, -5. And heavy rain in Panama, 150 millimeters, but we do the cleanups anyway. This is some of the top scores, you know. Indonesia, where I stay right now, we were 4.1 million getting out last September, and then there are some other countries also coming in. You can see US together with Keep America Beautiful and the National Cleanup. I brought out actually 650,000 people for the World Cleanup Day. And then on the right side, the involvement is, the goal was 5% of the world population. So these are the figures and the percentage from the different countries. The small countries, of course, have an advantage there when they can bring out a lot of people. But also Indonesia, with 230 million people, are on that top list. We also do a survey in our network every year, just to see and try to get people engaged, to see how they've been working, what they have been doing, and so on. So this is just a slide to show some of the headlines we have there. You can download this survey if you want to read more about it. It's not only that we are doing the cleanups, we also engage in many different programs, and we have educational programs for schools in a lot of countries. And we also have these waste sorting programs in different communities connected with the Keep It Clean plan. And we also have educational program for businesses, because we have a lot of companies that are partners, and we also do education program for them. This is just a few figures about the social media and how we are shown in media that it's increasing all the time because of the World Cleanup Day, which has a huge peak, of course, in September. And we are on all social media, like almost all people are today, and especially during this pandemic year, you have to increase your presence on the social media. And we were actually mentioned billions of times during the last year, and as you can see, it increased a lot, especially when it comes to September. The big thing is, of course, the third week of September, where everybody is talking about the World Cleanup Day and also participating. We also do mapping, and we are using an app called Trash Out, where you can map the different sites you can find. And here are some statistics from how many dumps we've been mapping throughout the world, which was 4,868. And then you also can go back and you can clean up these dumps, and then you can report it cleaning. And you also get all the different statistics. And there is another app which is quite fun if you're going to do this cleanup stuff. It's called Trash Hunters. I will send the name of it in the chat box for you, which is an individual one. You can use it whenever you go out, and you can do your own trash hunting. And you get all the statistics really nice lined up. And I know also that you are working in especially since Literati is from California, you are using that one in US, but Trash Out is the one we are supporting, and take a look at it, and also Trash Hunters. And we also every year have, from the World Cleanup Day in September, we have a 24 hours broadcast just to empower people all over the world. We have a big call center. We try to call all the countries that are participating, get some figures from them, get some videos and some reports, you know, to try to empower the whole network just that day. And we also have, of course, some pre-viewed and pre-recorded interviews with different people, you know, that are important for the organization and so on. And all this is supported by Estonia, this little country in the north of Europe. And Tallinn is the capital, and also the Tallinn city is supporting this media center and the whole network. Just a few fun facts. We had that we were cleaning one street in Tehran this year, was 17 kilometers long, when we decided to pick up all the cigarette butts there. And also the Rhine River that goes through 7 different countries, or sorry, 6 countries. And we did a cleanup also there. And in Peru, you could see we were down in the bottom doing cleanups, and also 4,000 meters up in the mountains. So we are more or less everywhere with this cleanup and the World Cleanup Day. And the gloves we are using are in different colors, and we call them the World Savers, and they are provided into the different countries so they can be spread throughout the whole network. Go to our webpage, worldcleanupday.org. We are an open network. Everything is free to download when it comes to the graphic profiles and what kind of logos or banderoles or whatever you need. Organize a cleanup, which I know is very common in California, where I've been participating in many of them, because you have Ocean Conservancy, you have a lot of surf organizations and so on. And it's really a good start to get people engaged a little bit, to make them start thinking a little bit, where are the waste coming from, and what is the end of life for this product, and so on. So it's really a good start to organize, and it's easy, you know. We have a 13-step program on a one-pager you can download and see how you easily organize and challenge your neighbor or your neighborhood or whoever, your company where you work, and so on. And it's also fun to do it together, you know. And once you've done it, maybe you want to participate in another one, and then it like rings in the water. And yeah, I can recommend it. So go to worldcleanupday.org, have a look what we have. You can look at the survey there, you can look at our annual report, and you can get all the material for free. And to all you people out there that are working with waste and trying to save the planet, I will show you that the material that is really good is this piece of cardboard. I have it for 7 years, and the sign is like this. So this is to all of you, wherever you are in the world, we love your job, whatever you are doing, as long as you are on board, which we all are, because we want to live in a safer, better, greener planet. Thank you very much from Indonesia.